Automatic man, Veronica, you go kill me, sha. Like an animal, for my 1 liter. You the fire man, if I give you back, sure you go benzene my jet. I'm in love.
So it's Ras Kwame on the road to Jamaica right now in the presence of greatness again, people. You know how we do it. And often when I do my interviews, I am sometimes starstruck, but today I'm super starstruck. Jeez. So forgive me, people, because the emotional run high. And it's not because of anything other than some people you really admire their artistry and you become a big fan of their music, which has been happening over the years for me. And this artist who's in the place up right now, an artist who's been active since 1993 and forward. It's the long career. What can I say but thank you, Jah, we wake up this morning and walk on to the Worl Boss, the teacher, a.k.a. Vybz Kartel. What's happening, my family?
Well, really, Ras Kwame, respect.
Respect,
respect, you know.
Yeah, man.
Capital. We're in Kingston, the capital. Representing for capital.
All right.
Yes, sir. There.
See it there? So, teacher, I'd like to have a conversation with you, often referencing a book that was really important to me.
Yes.
A book that you wrote.
Yes.
The Voice of the Jamaican Ghetto.
Powerful book.
Powerful book. And I'd like to do this conversation. I'm hoping we can have multiple conversations over the years, but this is chapter 1 of the conversations. Okay. So it's all about thank you, Jah. As I said, thank you, Jah. We wake up this morning.
Yes.
The book was published like 12 years ago.
Yes.
In 2012.
Well, when I was in prison.
Whilst you were in prison.
Yes.
So the question is, the thank you, Jah, we wake up this morning prayer that you did used to do in 2012. What's the contents of it now in 2024? Because a lot's happened, and I guess there's a lot to be thankful for.
Yeah, man. First of all, you don't know, we're in the presence of greatness because God is the greatest. So we have to say, thank you, Jah, we wake up this morning, every morning. Now it means more to me because I've been through so much. And God give me a second chance at life, at freedom, to redo things in a more positive way, in a better way, personally. Because for me, music is art, and art is an expression of life. So we can express, first-hand experiences, second-hand experiences. But for me, my personal journey, I have so much to give thankful for, and I have so much to be more positive for, more positive about. So it means more now than it did then.
Right. Is it the same duration? Is it a shorter prayer now? Is it more to the
It's a longer prayer.
Okay.
Because there's more to be thankful for.
True.
You know what I mean? The blessing is countless. You know, I came out of prison, I got 2 grandkids now. You know what I mean? I got a fiance, and she prettier than Beyonce. And you know what I mean? So my mother is good, father, sisters, brother. You know what I mean? So I have so much to be grateful for, yo.
Right.
Yeah, man.
We give thanks.
Have to.
So you describe being in a Jamaican prison as like being in a brick oven.
Yes.
Hard scene to die, just mentally.
Dungeon.
As traumatizing as it is,
yes.
You have the safety of being a free man now.
Yes.
Talk to us about the experience, please. What's a regular day in Jamaican prison like, World?
A regular day in Jamaican prison, you probably get searched in the morning, like woken up out of your sleep to a search. You know what I mean? And like 10 o'clock, you come out of your cell, you get to shower, eat some food, spend like an hour out, then you go back in. Come out in the evening for another hour, go back in. So it's basically like 20 hours lockdown.
Wow.
Yes, more or less. That's it. You know what I mean? And it's rough. You know, British style, because I think that prison was built by the British, so, you know, it's brick.
Right.
So it's old colonial style, so it's hot. You know what I mean? But, you know, God carry through it, and we're here now, so.
Right. Yeah, was there any time you were going through that situation where you felt like, almost like hopeless, or have you always managed to maintain?
I've never felt hopeless.
Thank you.
Once there's life, there's hope, yo. I never felt hopeless. You know what I mean? And I had people around me that never felt hopeless either. My family, you know what I mean? Parents, siblings, a few close friends that who I call family as well, TJ, you know? I had my sons. I had my fiance. Well, at the time, she wasn't my fiance, but she was there for me. And so I never lost hope. And God, I swear, I never lost hope.
Right.
So, yeah.
So as you count it down, it's like 12 years.
Yes.
How many months now?
Well, now it's 13 years and like 2 months. You know what I mean? But then it was, I like to say 12 years, 10 months, 6 days, 14 hours, 6 minutes, 4 seconds, man.
Wow,
So,
and it just turned in at 6 seconds more.
Yeah, me I tell you, so
Wow.
it is what it is, you know? But yeah, I never lost hope, man. Because, you know, we're Jamaican and, well, most of us have that drive. And I personally had something to prove, not just to the naysayers, but to myself, and prove that God was real and he was, you know what I mean, in my corner. So at no point in time did I get down.
Okay.
Plus, I had my other friends who were in prison with me that I had to be strong, not only for myself, but for them as well.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's how it goes when you're a leader. You have
about
to be strong
maintaining
for
the
everybody,
balance.
yeah.
Got you. Beautiful.
Man.
So, curious fan question that came to me, because I did ask some of your fans, like, yeah, well, if you've got sort of teacher right now, what would you ask? And there was one that I wasn't sure about, but I thought, you know what, it might be a good question still. What, if anything, do you miss about prison?
I mean, I don't miss a thing about prison.
That's what I thought.
But...
maybe like a routine or something.
I mean, no, I don't miss anything about prison, but I've met a lot of good people there. A lot of bad people, but a lot of good people as well.
Right.
You know what I mean? People who were in there innocently. I mean, talented people, artists, tattoo artists, like those poets, musicians. So, and I wish them the best, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
So you see anybody in there that you identify for the Gaza Nation as an artist or anything like that?
A lot, but unfortunately, they're still there. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, very talented prison. Every prison is like a small community, you know? Everybody's there. I was there. Doctors are there. I mean, artists, you name it, jewelers, everyone is there. I mean, welders, carpenters. Because remember, the people who go to prison were once free people living life. So it is what it is. And don't get me wrong, like I said, a lot of bad people, but there are plenty of good people there. You know what I mean? Who don't deserve to be there either. It's just circumstances, you know?
Circumstances for truth. So let's talk about some happier times now. Congratulations on your recent engagement again to Sidem, who's in the house right now. She's from the UK.
Yes.
Seeing as we can't talk to her directly, please tell us the story, because we're in the UK and everybody wants to know, really and truly. And it sounds like a mad romantic story. So, yeah.
She's from Brixton. I'm joking. Big up Brixton, South London, you don't know.
Okay.
Colaba Lane, Acre Lane, Summer Leighton. You see what I say? Yeah, man, that's the thing there.
Yeah.
But she's from Haringey.
Yeah, North London.
North London, exactly. And I met her while I was actually in prison. You know, so that's one of the good things that came out of it.
So how does that actually work? Like, you meet someone who, whilst you're in prison, like...
Because in prison, at the time, 2015, July 25th, I remember the date. Exact date. So she was on my Instagram and I saw her and she caught my eye. I mean, she put herself in a position
to the
eye catch. Exactly. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? I started talking to her in her DMs. And at the time, I was going through a lot with my, well, now ex. And you know what I mean? I was just there talking to her and she was just giving me words of comfort and, you know what I mean? Motivation, and one thing led to another. And in a few years, she actually came to Jamaica. I think that was in 2019, December, right? Yeah, so then that was the first time I actually met her in person. You know, I mean, she flew out, we're still in contact. In 2022, while I was still in prison, I was like, yo, I need you to come to Jamaica to live. Because that's how, it comes back to what you asked me earlier, if I ever doubted coming out. I never doubted.
Wow.
So I was like to her in 2022, come to Jamaica. She was like, no, my job, my parents. I'm like, no, my money, my lifestyle. Anyway, I convinced her to come and she came the 15th of August. See, I'm good at dates.
Wow.
Yeah, so she came the 15th of August, 2022. And she's been here ever since.
Wow.
Yes, and she has been here ever since.
Writing on your art.
Writing on my art, so.
So engagement done, album released.
Yeah.
When are you actually getting married though? You have wedding plans?
Of course.
Yeah.
Really?
When?
I wanted to do it on January 7th, but we were thinking that what we really want to do, we want her family, my family, and everyone to be here. So we probably have to extend it, maybe just for maybe a month, to get everything in order, so to speak.
Right.
Yeah. No later than February. Bro.
No later than February?
No, because I officially engaged to her last month, so...
So you want to come back?
Yeah, we're not waste no time.
I get that.
That's why I have 2 watches. I have a lot of time to catch up.
See it there?
You know what I mean? I was in prison for so long.
Truly.
You know what I mean? So, yeah.
So I would have thought Valentine's Day, like February the 15th, would have been...
I mean, that's a good date. That's why we said no later than February.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, so definitely. But she I'm a G.
That is it.
Yeah, man.
Big ups to them every time.
Yeah, man.
So chapter 3 of your good book, I'm not skipping chapter 2, which is Mama, by the way, but I'm not going in...
Yeah, why for that?
Why for that? We can't do that. But chapter 3 is called $.
Yes.
Business looks good, bro. Like, literally. Straight vibes.
I mean, I've always been an entrepreneur. I have that entrepreneurial spirit in me.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And it was actually, the seeds were sown long time, but when I met Bounty Killer, that's when I actualized it. Because he had a whole team around him, like the Alliance. That's where I came from, yeah?
Yeah.
The big up Bounty Killer. And that's where I got the full energy to go into business.
Okay.
Because when I was in Alliance, that's when I actually started signing artists from them days. But I wasn't big enough to give them their break. Right. But I still had them around me, like Slash, Blast, Nuclear, a lot of, you know what I mean? Unnamed artists at the time, but yeah. So I learned that from Bounty Killer, and I've always been doing it. So in like 2009, 2008, me and Corey Todd, we started the Str8Vybz Rum. We did the Condom. We did the club. Then I started signing artists officially. So this is just Cartel. Yeah, an extension of Vybz Kartel.
Right.
2.0. So yeah, this is the new rum. It's not street vibes. It's straight vibes. Because you know, from we come out of prison, are straight vibes. Straight good energy. So this is it.
Okay.
Yes.
How many flavors have you got?
Well, we got the Ramping Shop, we got the Fever, we got the Electric, and we got the Unstoppable.
Wow.
Yes. But
what's your personal favorite for the selection?
My Fever.
Fever?
Yes.
Mad.
And they're all smooth and distilled. You know, it's funny because the rum is literally an extension of Vybz Kartel's personality. Because when we did the street vibes, it was very harsh, very rough, very hardcore. This one is more mellow, more smooth, more distilled. You know what I mean? So both rums represent me and my personality. You know what I mean? Respect you. So yeah, so that it is what it is.
Okay. So you got the rum, you got some Rizzler as well.
Yeah, I got the Rizzler and I got the Grabber.
The Grabber as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Drink responsibly. Smoke responsibly.
So what else are we going to add to the pack? What's missing?
I mean, well, like I said, I partnered with TJ and the owner of Club Mecca to restart the rum series that I used to do back in the day, Str8Vybz, which was like the biggest event in the biggest club. Mm-hmm. Now, funny enough, Mecca is the biggest club, and we are planning to have the biggest event. It started last night.
Right.
Yeah.
So you got a regular weekly event?
Regular weekly event called Str8Vybz Wednesdays. So.
You plan to be in the club every week like that?
Well, not every week, but, you know what I mean, I have to be there for the fans, because Ras Kwame, remember, the people make me who I am.
True.
So I have to represent for the people.
Truly.
At all time, bro. You can never be above the people unless you're on stage. You know what I mean? But apart from that, you have to feed on the energy. You have to reciprocate what the people give to you.
This is it.
Yes.
All right. So musically, we would think some sort of Gaza Nation collective, or how would you put it?
I mean, of course, that will never change. I mean, like even now, my sons do music. They're signed to my label now.
Amazing.
Yeah. So Little Vybz, Little Adi signed to my label now. We're still looking for new artists. I mean, me and Popcorn, we link up back. Sheba, Gaza Indo. You know what I mean? It's a good look. Sean Storm as well is also signed. You know, that's my bro. So we're doing big things, man.
You know there's people out there who are just waiting for you to kind of like refresh the link, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, and that's what...
And some people are kind of disappointed, say, you never really refreshed the link yet, or their name's not calling in.
I mean, no, it's not. No, it's not that. You see, if I don't see you, I cannot refresh the link.
Okay.
So a lot of these guys are in America, and a lot of these girls are over there, and
right.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, but it is what it is. Like I said, man, I'm too old right now and too happy to keep grudges, you know?
True that.
Yes. Plus, God has blessed me, you know, financially, you know what I mean, in magnanimous ways.
Yeah.
So, I'm good. My life is amazing, man.
Really?
Like I said, I wear 2 watches because I need more time.
More time.
That's how amazing my life is, bro. So I'm too blessed to hold grudges, man, and too old, man. Look, you see the grays? Yes, I love it. Yeah, even the other day, a girl texted me, she was like, dye your hair. And I was like, no, I don't want my hair to die. I want my hair to live.
One Worl Boss. Bag of rhymes in the place.
You know, so it is what it is, bro.
You talked about Little Vybz and Little Addy being part of the thing right now. You must be really proud of your sons and what they've done.
Very proud.
What kind of career advice would you give to them?
Try to be as original as possible.
Right.
Try to be as original as possible. Love the music first, because if you don't love it, you're in it for the wrong reason.
True.
Like I always tell people, even the other day in a small 5-minute interview, you have to combine what you love the most and what you do the best. Put them together. And that's the code. Once you do that, you crack the code. So that's my advice to them. Be original and you love what you're doing. So you have no problem putting in 14-hour days, 15-hour days, 20-hour days if possible.
Right.
Yes, and you will get the results.
Okay. So speaking of that, you are a man of massive influence. In fact, the nowadays dancehall is very much in your image.
Yeah,
from the perception of some of us, not everybody.
Yeah.
You've already told us, don't look to Vybz Kartel to raise your kids and all these things. But as you say, it's a new cartel now.
That's terrible, yes.
Yeah. Implies you're kind of aware of the impact in certain directions that you've had.
Yes.
Don't you feel any responsibility at all? Like,
I mean, like I said, this version of Vybz Kartel is a different version than the original Vybz Kartel.
Right.
But I would say this, I'm still an artist. And as an artist, if I want to do a gangster song, I'm still going to do it. You know what I mean? If I want to do a song about the ladies, hardcore, sex, I'm still going to do it. If I want to do a conscious song, you know what I mean? I'm still going to do it. So as an artist, I wouldn't want people to think that, oh, you should be a role model. No, I'm an artist. As a person now, I'm a way better person now. That, of course, I think I'm in a role model capacity, but still, I'm still an artist. You know what I mean? I'm going to be in the club. I'm going to be drinking alcohol. I'm going to be putting on tattoos on my face. Like, would you want your child, role model, to be a dude that's...
Wow.
I'm just saying, but think about it. I raised my children.
Yeah.
And I think I did a good job. You know what I mean? I mean, my daughters, my sons, they're all doing well.
Right. You have 7 children. Right?
I got 7 children. I didn't have any. My belly just looks big, but I can't.
One Worl Boss in the building. I absolutely love that. So, yeah, let's talk about Freedom Street itself, right?
Oh.
The big show.
Oh, biggest.
Let's talk some details. But I do have to say, amongst your fans, there has been a bit of talk about the 31st of December, 2024, maybe being a bit early in the best...
No, it's not. You see,
way.
It's not. And I can say this. A lot of people would say, oh, Vybz Kartel is not ready yet, and it's too early, should have gotten more time. But think about this. How can you doubt a man that was in prison for, call it 2 months shy of 13 years?
Yeah.
Put out so many records, sold so many records, still took care of his family, still managed to fight the system and become victorious and come out of prison 10 times more powerful, 10 times more influential. How can you doubt a man like that? You're like Peter when Jesus told him, come out of the boat and walk on the water. So to the naysayers, that's what I say. And me, the determination that I have, As long as I'm alive, I will never lose. Believe that. Bet.
I beg you say that again to the camera one more time.
Yeah, man, as long as I'm alive, I will never lose. I'm too determined. I'm too determined. Everybody thought, a lot of people thought I would never get out of prison. I never doubted myself and I never doubted God. And it's the same thing with Freedom Street. We're going to shell the place. 3-hour performance. My first rehearsal when I came out was 4 hours and 8 minutes.
That's what I was wondering.
Non-stop. And we rehearsed Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Take a break. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That's how we're doing it.
You talked about the songs and your impact from behind even prison wall. A lot of songs. I can mention them for days and all these things.
Albums. I was nominated for a Grammy for an album that I did in prison.
Yeah.
Fever did in prison. Sold gold in America. Silver in the UK. Come on. We got songs for days. I mean, Come Home. Sold like almost 300,000 copies, bro.
One second, let's just talk about how you actually made those songs, though. You done said it already, but we have to hear it again in the Capital Extra style.
Yeah, man.
How did you make these records in jail? We've heard talk of the blanket over the head and the iPhone.
Oh, yeah. Initially, my friend had an iPod. That's the tall one, because it was like 2011. iPad. Yeah, this very small, you know, that slender one, but it had the recording on it. So that's why a lot of those early songs sounded so metallic, because I didn't crack the code yet.
Right.
So then I figured it out, like, because you know when you go into the studio, it has the sponge to keep the sound in, so the sound doesn't bounce off the wall and echo or give you that metallic sound. So that's when I figured out I could use the mattress that I was sleeping on and wrap it over my head. Then I needed a phone to play the beat, earphone in my head, and then I needed the iPad to record a cappella. And then I sent it to my, at the time, engineer, Donwell, to TJ Records, and we made the magic.
You made the thing work.
Bro, like I said, I'm too determined to lose, man.
What's the inspiration for those? I mean, how do you find inspiration to make all these amazing songs you made?
Even when I was doing them in prison, even my friends in prison was like, bro, how you're in prison with 2,000 men. How the hell you come up with Bubble Finigal and, you know what I mean? Like, but it was just, it had to be done. That's what I'm saying. It's, first of all, like I said, I'm good at music and I love it. And I'm determined it had to be done. Like, I refuse to lose, bro. Right. So, you know what I mean? I had to do it. And it worked in my favor. You know what I mean? Like I said, John no like lazy. God no like lazy people. You know what I mean? So we had to put in the work. We had to find a way. And it was a work in progress. Because if you listen to the early cartels in prison, the quality was poor. And we worked on it until it reached, like I said, Fever. Come on, King of the Dancehall album.
That is
it's one of my biggest albums.
Yeah. Should deserve a Grammy still.
Exactly.
I wouldn't mind if you re-released that one and just got it in the thing and then got the Grammy for
To be honest, I think I would have gotten a Grammy years ago if I wasn't in prison.
You would.
And I understand why the Academy would not give it to someone in prison, incarcerated, especially on serious charges like murder. So we get that. Like I said, no bitterness, man. I have no time for that.
True.
We just put in the work.
So you talked about those songs being made in prison. Freedom Street, you're going to be performing those songs for the first time ever in other world. It's going to be crazy. When you came out of prison, you said only one man has the type of money you're looking for as a promoter to take on the size of show.
Joe Bogdanovich. Okay. We're in his hotel, by the way.
Our hotel?
In New Kingston. The R. You know what I mean? For rich. But yeah, I mean, Freedom Street is going to be crazy. Think about this. How many artists do you know that have like a 10-year catalog while in prison?
None at all.
Only hits. Just think about that. I've never performed those songs ever. Fever, no one has ever seen me perform those songs. Like that entire album. The King of the Dancehall album, Viking album, the Grammy-nominated album, Tutanisha album, True Religion album, plus countless other singles, hit songs. That's 12 years. That's a 12-year catalog that has never been performed. Bro.
Okay.
Plus the catalog that the world knows me for before I went to prison. That's like, I have like 20 years.
Yeah. 4 hours
of
can't
just
really
like
do it.
hit songs. Bro, we was in rehearsal for 4 hours, and after 4 hours, when we turned the music off, we were just looking at each other like,
damn,
what the? Because
It's
we
a lot
left
of
out,
songs.
bro, we left out like
Yeah.
a million songs.
Okay. So
So it's crazy, man.
so that's your personal grabber right there?
Oh, yes, I forgot. This is the real Fire Vybz grabber from Vybz Kartel. We also have the Rizzler. You know what I mean? So, smoking satisfaction right here.
So business is business. Everything is up. Freedom Street, we're looking forward towards the big show.
Yeah, crazy.
And it's a hot ticket and a
Yes.
hot price point as well.
Not really. I mean,
Not really?
no, not really. Because if you think about it, the cheapest ticket is like 150 US to watch the greatest dancehall artists in the last 2 decades. As opposed to an all-inclusive regular party that's for like 200 US in Jamaica. So it's cheap, relatively cheap.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So yeah. And funny enough, the most expensive tickets are the ones that went first, which is the pods. That's like 12,000 US. Those were the first to go.
Because the people with the big money have that money to spend.
Exactly,
right now.
and the cheapest ones are the second highest selling ones.
Okay.
Like I said. In
Right.
the same way, thus far, the most tickets you have sold abroad has been in the UK.
Okay, that's fine.
Which is crazy, bro, because you think America, but it's the UK. America
UK's
second,
turning up the thing.
then Canada third. Yeah.
So for anyone who's kind of stalling halfway in, out right now, they're not too sure, but they have the money there, but they're not 100% sure.
Yes.
Camera right in the center is there. Please give us the reasons.
Come on. I got the most DJ of the Year awards before I went to prison. While I was in prison, I got DJ of the Decade. So that's what I'm saying, like, the biggest thing, the most influential thing in the last 20 years. Why would you want to miss this concert? It's the biggest event. It's something that even the weather can prevent, so people turn out.
That is it. Wow.
Yeah.
So the Grammy Awards, Party With Me, nominated for Best Reggae Album 2025. You think you're going to win?
And we're entertainers. We're always going to say yes because we're confident. We have that ego. Realistically, probably.
Right.
Because the category is a serious category. I mean, the Wailers are in it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Bob Marley is in it, but remember, it's political.
Yeah.
Vybz Kartel has made one of the biggest statements of this decade. You know what I mean? So who knows?
You say it's political.
Exactly.
Speaking of politics, do you ever see yourself getting involved in that official kind of corporate level?
As in a member of parliament, like a politician?
Yes.
Definitely not now. It's a possibility, but not now. You know what I mean? I mean, we wear many hats, but like as it stands now, nah.
Okay. Something to consider for the future.
Yeah.
Right. So new music, 2025 is going to be hot, right?
Yeah, new album coming out, 2025. Hopefully, I mean, a lot of bidding is going on right now. So we need to just choose the right label because we have offers from quite a few labels in America, but we have to choose the right ones.
Right. So you would sign a record deal personally yourself to make the label, no?
No, not record deal. It has to be a distribution deal.
Right.
Because remember, as big as Vybz Kartel is, as influential as I am, I've been doing it by myself all this time. You know what I mean? I used to be signed to Greensleeves in the UK.
Yes.
When the contract was up, I never re-signed to anyone.
Got you.
So I've been producing myself, managing myself, plus managing and producing other artists that have gone on to become stars, Popcorn, Tommy Lee, etc. You know what I mean? So, plus producers, Russian, Not Nice. So yeah, we've been managing ourselves, producing ourselves. Like I said, Fever that sold gold, that's a Vybz Kartel TJ production. So I'm the artist and the producer.
Right.
Party With Me, that's nominated for the Grammy. I'm the artist and the producer.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's how we do it.
Okay.
Yeah. And the writer.
And in terms of collaborations, you must have been inside, in prison, listening to music of the day, that's trending, and whatever. Any people you've identified as potential collaborations that you would like to get to get going?
In Jamaica? I mean...
Jamaica and worldwide.
I mean, worldwide,
Who's
definitely, you know CardiB.
Yeah.
Like, you know I'm a G that. You know what I mean? So we're working on the CardiB Cartel collaboration. You know what I mean? I recently did a song with another big artist, a female as well. And I have one with Nicki too. So we're just waiting on, you know what I mean, to see what happens. But definitely the CardiB, that's going to be crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, man, that's going to be amazing. Yeah, trust.
And I can say, you know, this is a bit mad, but we just played the song. You have an Idris Elba collaboration as well.
Oh, big up Idris Elba. Yo, man. Why you make them deal with this saying a weight name there? Where's your name TJ with The Rock and Jason Statham? It's like a spin-off from Fast and the Furious. Hobbs and what? Hobbs and Shaw. Idris, you make the man them deal with this or daddy? Sure know daddy. To Idris still, you don't know.
Big up Idris Elba every single time. Looking forward to that record, and that's like a little exclusive, because not many people have heard it, but it's Orange Hill, my production.
Okay.
One time again. Works really do long time, and now we're ready to manifest.
Yeah, true, man.
Vybz Kartel, young alpha out to Nigeria, and the great Idris Elba is going to be a thing.
Man. Trust me.
So, teacher, I think your life story to date is worthy of a movie or documentary or something like that. And I'm sure there must be some interest from film creatives out there who might want to, you know, do something.
Yeah, we have a few offers, and we also have people who have tried to put documentaries together without our
authorization.
Yeah, authorization. So we have a few legal issues as far as that's concerned. You know what I mean? So, but as it relates to a Vybz Kartel movie, I don't think I would do that right now.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm still in the movie. You know what I mean? I'm still in the movie.
That is true.
So, yeah, so.
But you know what fans are like? Because the chapters of your life so far are quite a revelation.
No, that's true. That's true.
You
It's
know.
amazing. I mean, the journey has been amazing, man. You know what I mean? This has been amazing, and it's true to form for what a superstar in his genre journey should be like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's amazing, but I don't think, like, I personally wouldn't sign off on that right now.
Okay.
Yeah, that's maybe for my sons to do when I die.
Right. Would you get one of your sons to play you in the movie?
Yes. You know what I mean? So it is what it is.
Well, what can I say? It's always been a pleasure reasoning with the G. Worl Boss, Vybz Kartel. Final word to your fans from the UK and indeed around the world, locally in Jamaica, etc.
No, well, we have a word for the youth them. And this is the new mantra. I ever tell the youth them, bro, like, because, and sometimes it may fall on their fears, and I get that. Because even when I was growing up, you know what I mean, in the streets, a lot of times people would tell us, like, OGs would say, bro, that's not the right way. You know what I mean? And a lot of times it fell on their fears. Because sometimes you have to pay to learn. But not all of us pay with our freedom. Some of us pay with our lives.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you never get a second chance. But one of the youth, them, my greatest wish, for the youth, them just stay out of crime and violence, because we're ghetto youth, we're talented. A lot of youths in England, talented. You don't necessarily need to do certain things. So if you can, as much as you can, stay out of negativity, negative energy. Stay out of crime or violence. Because like I said, Vybz Kartel pay with him freedom and still get back a next chance. A whole heap of youth pay with them life. So they never get back a next chance. So keep that in mind. And remember, God is the greatest.
That is it.
Yes, sir.
Words from the great Vybz Kartel in the place of studio crew. Let's just give it up for the teacher one more time. That is it. Pleasure reasoning with the Iron Bar.
Yeah, man. Respect Kwame. Be a girl one way. Oh, this under my nose. I'm out.
Wow.